Old school game snob with some Diablo tips for you. Did you know that it can actually be beneficial to overstack your immunities? If you get hit by a spell that lowers your resistance, say for example you have 95 to fire resistance because of your gear, except you only see 75 because that's where it caps out at. In case you get hit by a spell that lowers your resistance, say it lowered your resistance by 20, and you had a 95 unshown total, your resistance would actually come down to 75, so you would still be maxed out. As a caster class, you move around with the normal attack option, left click. Sometimes when you click on an enemy, you didn't mean to run towards them, you just wanted to run around them, but you click on them and you run towards them and you make a little attack. The attack actually puts you into a bit of a lock until you've finished your attack. That's not so good. If you change your normal attack to throw, you can still run around as normal, but if you click on an enemy with your move button, your left click, it won't run towards them. So that can be kind of a lifesaver if you accidentally don't want to run towards some dangerous enemies and get locked into a swing. When your mercenary is having particular trouble with a super unique and it is immune to your attacks, try a little telekinesis to keep the super unique off balance and make it easier for your mercenary to deal with him. This is the Resurrected Summit, a wonderful website that has been maintained officially by Blizzard since the beginning times. In here you'll find items, you'll find monsters, you'll find skills, you'll find basically everything Diablo. All the details that are not documented in the game, you can find them here on Resurrected Summit. On the topic of helpful Diablo 2 websites, here's a nice skill planner. I'll link this one up. You can plan your build out here. It will calculate how much damage your skills do based on their synergies and their levels and all that good stuff, everything you would need to know. I'll put a link to this one. Still on the topic of helpful websites, Michael Langle has put together a fabulous cheat sheet for the community. This just contains so much good information all in one place, super condensed, super nicely laid out. I will put the link to that as well, d2cheatsheet.com. Alright, next on the helpful website list, since we seem to be doing a lot of websites in this video, we have Silopen. Silopen.com. I'm not quite sure how to say that honestly, but this is a drop chance calculator where you can punch in either the base type of item you're looking for or the specific unique item that you happen to be looking for. You can search difficulties, monster types, all that good stuff, and then you can calculate where that item could potentially actually fall and what the chances of it are. You can also even put in your magic find. Lots of good stuff here. Yet another handy website, the Diablo Rune Wizard, where you can punch in which runes your character actually has. So for example, I punched in Tal, Ral, and Soul here. If I add Tier, as you can see, Insight is now a rune word that I can make. Leaf is now a rune word that I can make. It also shows me which rune words, or which runes rather, I'm specifically missing for all of the different rune words available. And this actually remembers which runes you've punched in, so you can refresh this page, come back later, and it'll still remember your session. So that's pretty handy. Also last on this list of handy websites, I like this website a lot because it has all the rune words organized by low level, and then you can get into the mid level and you can get into the high level rune words, and so it's just really nice to see the organization and all of the different rune words that you can make with all the ingredients, recipes, statistics, everything. So just a very nice, quick, easy reference. So I'm going to link this one as well. You know what? I decided to make it easy. D2links.net. I just put everything together in a single page. These are all super handy references that we just talked about in this video. Give this domain maybe a few hours to come online. I literally just registered it and put together a little list. Hope you guys find it helpful. Here's a tip about Diablo Synergies. As you probably know, synergies help to empower different spells. For example, Fireball gets a 14% fire damage per level from Firebolt. But did you also know that it is only hard points into these synergy skills that count? So if you have plus to all skills from your magic items, those do not actually apply in the synergy bonus. It is only hard points. So something like telekinesis, for example, which helps to empower your energy shield to take less damage, wouldn't be affected at all by any of those plus skill modifiers from magic items. It is just the hard points. Of course, that applies to everything else as well. Everybody knows how to get to the Moo Moo farm, right? Well, just in case, this is how you open the secret cow level. Number 1, head to Tristram. Look for Rit's body at the bottom left of the map. Grab Rit's leg. Head back to the rogue camp. Get yourself a Tomb of Town portal. You must have completed the difficulty that you're on in order to open the secret cow portal. In that difficulty, drop Rit's leg and a Tomb Town portal together and click transmute, and that will open up the secret cow level. Happy farming! Most of us teleport by right-clicking and holding, but your teleportation streak can come to a halt when something appears under your mouse, like a casket or a chest or a door, putting an abrupt stop to your teleportation, which can be problematic if you're surrounded by monsters, especially in hardcore. What I like to do to help minimize this effect is I just like to jiggle my mouse. Kind of just jiggle it in the direction I'm going, just give it a little jiggle, and it's much harder to get stuck up on an object that would otherwise stick you up. As you can see there, actually happened a couple times, so good example. Most items in Diablo will have 3 versions of quality. There is the normal version, and in this case we're using studded leather. There is the exceptional version of studded leather, which is called trellised armor, and then there's the elite version of studded leather, which is called wire fleece. You can actually find a unique item, for example, something like the iron pelt, which is a trellised armor, and you can actually use a Heraldric cube recipe to upgrade that armor. The unique item would stay the same in terms of its magical affixes, but its defense level would increase according to the next level of its quality. You can do this with basically any item. You can upgrade a normal quality item to a exceptional item. You can upgrade an exceptional item to a elite item. There are Heraldric cube recipes for that, which I will cover in a separate video. Even blue items in Diablo can be useful, rare items can be useful, unique items can be useful, all of the items can be useful in certain considerations. Blue items, just regular magic items, for example, may be worth picking up of certain variety because they can actually get certain properties that that rare items cannot get. They may get stats that are higher than rare items can roll, although they don't get as many stats on each blue item. I think you get 2 items per blue, and you can get up to 4 per rare. Blue items can potentially go higher in those stats, so they can potentially have a use. Rare items are of course interesting, and they can actually sometimes even beat out unique items. For example, rare boots can actually become better than even the best of unique boots, depending on your character build and class and stuff like that. But never shirk a blue item, never shirk a yellow item. All of these items can potentially be useful in certain categories. For certain lower level but still very useful items, it can actually be beneficial to farm lower difficulty areas of the game. That is because as you go up in difficulty, something like Frostburn Gauntlets, for example, which are very useful but can drop in normal difficulty, will become harder to get into Nightmare and Hell difficulty. And that is because the range of items that can drop in Nightmare and Hell difficulty goes up quite substantially. And so if you want to limit the number of potential items that could drop, farming for low level but still useful items in the difficulty setting where they are at their prime is really the most optimal way to farm for those lower level items. The Stone of Jordan is another such example of that. It's best to farm for the Stone of Jordan in Nightmare difficulty as compared to Hell difficulty. Seems counterintuitive since it's such a powerful endgame item, and yet there it is. It's less likely for different higher level rings to drop in Nightmare difficulty, or there's only a certain number of rings that can drop in Nightmare difficulty, and there's more that can drop in Hell difficulty. So if you're farming the ring type item, which the unique type item Stone of Jordan belongs to, then you want to limit the field of potential drops to maximize the chance of what you're looking for. You can use your mercenary to stack Magic Find even higher. Your mercenary, when he gets the kill, will stack your Magic Find plus any items that give him Magic Find for a grand total Magic Find, which combines both of your total Magic Finds. This only applies when the mercenary makes the killing blow, however. You can boost up your mercenary's skills by giving them something with plus to all skills, like Harlequin Crest. This would, for example, increase your Act 2's mercenary's aura by plus 2 skills, or whatever bonus to skills you give them. As the man says,
Put that to good use.
he means it. Alright, I think that's enough for now. Hope you have all enjoyed this video. Please subscribe. I will be dropping more content for Diablo very frequently. And yeah, hope you liked this video. If you have any suggestions for future videos that you'd like to see me do, I'm happy to take suggestions. Otherwise, have a great day, you lovely and beautiful people, and hope to see you all in Diablo 2 Resurrected tomorrow. Oh my god, tomorrow. Oh, and don't forget to check out the description. I'll put all the aforementioned links in the description area, plus a link to our Discord, our Diablo 2 Discord group. Come one, come all are welcome to play and have fun and jump into some Diablo multiplayer games with us when it releases super soon, less than 24 hours.